Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joan here with a hot take on the latest escalation from the Antifa and BLM riots. Uh, there was an incident, new incident. I believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was in Portland. I can't find the original article or thing, and there's still a lot of information going around. But basically, what happened was there was an altercation. A guy got out of his truck to help a woman who was being attacked. I want to say she was a trans woman, but I'm not sure if I heard that correctly. But apparently, they pulled him out of the truck and beat him. Just beat him so badly. Left him on the street, and I guess at some point he got to the hospital, and then he eventually died. The last guy to kick him, and all this, of course, was videotaped, because these idiots videotape everything. The last guy to kick him was identified actually by 4chan. Now, if you don't know what 4chan is, because I know I checked my analytics the other day, and a lot of you are my age, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'm like, oh, look at this. You're all my age. Well, it makes sense. So you may not know what 4chan is. So 4chan was created in the very early days of the internet. It's kind of old school internet. It's like a chat room, kind of. Well, not a chat room, but a forum. It's a forum, and they got everything in there. But it's very old school internet-wise, and it's very anonymous. And well, there's a lot of stuff that goes on there. Yeah, nothing illegal, I don't think, but it's for instance, the 4chan guys did this thing where they decided they saw this a safety cone in the street on one of these cameras, and they decided they would try to use the internet to somehow move the cone, and they eventually did, right? So from there they started doing like pranks. So if you may have remember that people were posting this this poster called, and it all it said was, "It's okay to be white," and they got people to post it, and it kind of caused mayhem. What was the other thing? It was a bunch of other things they've done too. I can't think of them off the top of my head now. But some of it, it's almost like a satire, the way their pranks kind of operate. Because they kind of discuss them and work them out on 4chan, and then, they make a decision and then go from there. In this case, they identified the final attacker, the guy who kicked the guy last, and he's apparently being arrested for murder, which is, he should be. He's the last guy to kick him, and the guy died. But, this escalation, these guys, man, you don't know what you've done. This is the kind of thing we all knew that was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. Let me explain something to you, idiots in Antifa and BLM. They never, ever close the books on a murder, okay? They don't close them. They're open forever. And if there are any suspects still left, and if you punch this guy even once during the altercation, you're part of the group that killed him. And I'm pretty sure they're coming after you. And they may not get you immediately. They might not. But, because I don't know if you're familiar with the TV show, The First 48. That's a true thing. The first 48 hours is the most important in a homicide investigation. After that, the chances of finding a suspect go down considerably. But, they got you on videotape, dummies. You're on video doing this because you're so proud of your idiocy. It's not going to be that hard to find you. It's not going to be that hard to track you down using your phones. They're going to be able to shake down the people who are also involved. They're going to get you all. on a conspiracy rap. Yeah, it's going to be bad. And what's the other thing they would probably get you on? Not conspiracy, but oh God, I can't think of the word now. It's like a legal term meaning you kind of help. It's like, when somebody dies and then like their friend helps them hide the body, although he didn't kill the person, he's still kind of guilty too. Accessory. God, I couldn't think of the word. People are accessories to the murder. You can be accessories after the fact if you hide any of the people or destroy any of the evidence knowingly. You're in so much trouble. So much trouble. Your best bet is to turn yourself in, right? Call a lawyer and turn yourself in. You wait until these guys find you? No. Go into the police station right now and say, hey, I've been thinking about it, and consult with a lawyer first if you're smart. Tell the lawyer what happened and say you want to go in there, you want to turn yourself in and give up evidence. And then you might get off. Depends on the situation. They might decide, no, we can't let you off completely. You're going to have to do something. But if you're willing to testify, we'll give you a deal. Make sure you consult with a lawyer and get to the cops before they get to you. Yeah, it's hard to get a deal when they find you. If they find you, they may not want to give you a deal. They may not care after they find you. You go through all that trouble, you come there, you need something to offer, right? If you can give up some of the other people who were there, oh yeah, that's a big trade. That's a big trade. You could trade up. You know the names of a couple of people who were in that mob who hit him? Yeah. You might be able to trade your way out of jail. Prison. That's real prison. Murder. Now, I've been told online, because I've talked about federal prison, a lot of people keep saying to me, federal prison's not as bad as the regular prison. There's jail. That's a county jail. Then federal prison is worse, but apparently the worst is the regular prison. That's where you would go if convicted. You're not going to go to county lockup for killing somebody or being an accessory, and it's not a federal crime, I don't think, but it is a regular prison crime. And it's one that even the people in Portland, as cucked as they say, the government and cops are, they're not going to let a murder go. No. Murder? No. You crossed the line. Another line, I should say. It's bad. It's bad. And I told you this would happen. But you idiots kept pushing and pushing and pushing. What good are you doing now? You're in the streets screaming at people, pulling them out of their own cars. People have been hit by cars. People have been shot. You're going to prison. And it ain't going to be pretty. Your woke politics, not really going to help you in the prison yard. No. And no one's going to want to listen to you drone on and on about Marxism and communism and how police brutality is a thing and blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to hear that stuff. The kind of stuff they're going to be talking about in prison, well, I wouldn't know firsthand. I've just read about it, seen videos from guys who have been in prison. It's not a happy place. It's not all, shivs and constant fear for your life 24/7, but it's not a good place. And if you're stuck there on a murder rap, oh my God, you're going away for a long time. That's a 20-year sentence. I think a lot of places you get out in like 12 and a half for good behavior, but you got to make it 12 and a half years and have good behavior, and they have to want to let you out. You have to be like a model prisoner. You have to be actually a responsible adult, and I don't think a lot of you idiots are to begin with. I think you're going to go into jail and you're going to do nothing but screw around and go nuts because you couldn't even be a responsible adult outside. Now you're in prison under all these pressures where you won't get a break. See, on the outside, you got a break, right? You could go home and complain on the internet and complain to your little communist Marxist group or whatever. Now you won't be able to do that in prison. You will, just annoy people until they, like, I don't know, punch you or stab you or whatever. So, yeah. So I again advise anybody who's actually a peaceful protester who still thinks they could go out and somehow run a peaceful protest while this is going on, I urge you to stop. Just stop until this is over, because you're going to get sucked into this. It's not the time. Okay? Get out of Antifa. Get out of BLM. Take a break. Wait until this dies down, because now people are getting killed. Now people are going to prison for murder. And it's only going to take a couple of punches to be an accessory, I think. Certainly they're going to argue that. Certainly these guys are going to be the example. I told you.